Hey everybody, Mark Comfort here, and as you can tell, I'm still very excited about the Chiefs' victory. The last 3 victories in the playoffs, on the 2 of them on the road, going to the Super Bowl again. And yes, I'm going to the Super Bowl. I'm so excited. Taking my daughter, spending her inheritance with her. How about that? But this is all about my royal family trip that Mimi and I are going to be taking our guests on. We've got already about 16, 18 guests going with us. We had a little bit of change in schedule, and I was so proud and so happy that Atlas Ocean Voyages, who were a huge supporter of and one of their best producing customers, not only in the Midwest, but in the whole United States, they allowed me to do a change of dates and not a change of itineraries, but a reversal. And I'll tell you why, long story short. It's all about the air. The air, when we booked our trip before, I thought we were going to be able to take a charter out of JFK to Ilulissat up in Greenland. And as it turned out, we were not going to be able to do that. We were going to have to fly to Oslo, Norway from Kansas City and take their charter to Ilulissat, Greenland. So they had a same exact ship architecturally, the World Navigator, going just 6 days later on the same itinerary, but starting in Iceland. So we will, and by the way, this is the great deal. They honored my request to switch our group to this itinerary, August 21st, and to honor the price of what we had before for 1 day less. The August 15th date that we had earlier, going to Greenland first, Iceland last, was 10 nights. This will be 11 nights. So we get 1 extra day in Iceland of cruising time. And we start in Reykjavik, Iceland, and end up in Ilulissat, I'll never pronounce that right, Greenland. And then we will fly on a charter flight from Ilulissat, Greenland to JFK. That will save us, depending on whether you're going business class or economy, probably $2,500 a person in economy and maybe $5,000 to $6,000 in business class savings. And that's dollars. The time will probably save close to 15 hours worth of time not flying or being in airports. So this was really a good change, and my whole group agreed. And they all changed. 100% of them said, yes, that makes all the sense in the world. And then to get that extra night free, we've got the best deal in the whole United States of America. So if you're interested, get a hold of our vacation advisors or me, Mark Comfort, or our group coordinator, Lynette Talge, and we'll be happy to help you with this. You know, it's going to be god-awful hot in mid to late August anyway here. How wonderful will it be to go to this area? So that was the reason for the change, and this is why I'm wanting to get this information to you. So again, it'll be August 21st. We arrive in Iceland, and I will have a 1-night pre and a 3-night pre package, hotel package in Iceland if you want to go in early. And then we'll end on September 1st in Greenland and be on our way home to JFK and then back to Kansas City. So this in essence is the itinerary. We're just starting in Reykjavik. There's the other port of call in western and northern Iceland. And remember, this is a real small ship, 200 passenger expedition ship. And so it's going to get us to a lot of the places the big ships don't take us to. So here's Reykjavik. I've been there before. You might have been there before. Reykjavik is a place that I don't mind going back to again and again and again. It's fabulous, fabulous. And basically 6 hours. We're going to fly from Kansas City to Minneapolis, probably on Icelandic Air, and Minneapolis to Reykjavik. So Reykjavik's got so much going for it, and there's so much to do in that area. Lynette and Kim North were just there, and I'm going to go over all this and show you some of their pictures too. So this is the northern, north and west area of Iceland, and Iceland is just such a beautiful country. We had a chance to circumvent all of Iceland several years ago, and it's just amazing. And then we'll head out. Here we go. We might get northern lights, you know, this time of the year. The later we go, the luckier we are. The farther away from big cities, the more chance we have to see it. But can't promise you that. Then we go across the bay, the ocean, to Greenland, and we'll see almost the exact same ports, Prince Christian Sound. And I'm not going to go into everything right now about the details of each and every one of these stops. But remember, this is an expedition ship designed to show you and get you to a lot of places bigger ships cannot get you to. Several of these places are UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Greenland right now, believe it or not, are you ready for this? Greenland, Japan, and Colombia, South America are three of the hottest new countries for travelers to go to. And again, many of us had a big group on Atlas Ocean Voyages to Antarctica, and they had a chance to see glaciers like this, and we're going to get that same chance. You talk about, man, Alaska's called the last great frontier. I think Greenland would probably disagree with that. I think they'd probably say they are the last great frontier. So the mountains, the glaciers, the wildlife, these little villages that we'll get to go to, I find it fascinating. And this will be not only a scenic trip, but there will be a lot of culture to this trip too. And I guess really a lot of history, a lot of shipping is and biking history in and around this area. We can find out, but look at those places. We'll find out what these people do that live in this remote area. Again, and up in Nuuk, they say this is maybe our best place to get the northern lights. I've never seen the northern lights my whole life, so I would really like to see the northern lights. So those of you prayer warriors, I guess we can start praying for that. Oh, look at this. Isn't this beautiful? They have all these, they're called fjords. And of course, all of this was created by glaciers during the Ice Age. And again, look at this. I told you there was a couple of UNESCO World Heritage Sites. I think Prince Christian Sound is one. Ilulissat is most definitely another one. But again, the glaciers up here. And hey, don't be nervous. This ship is designed for the Antarctica cruising and Arctic cruising with their hulls. And wait till we get to the ship. You're going to love this. I got the best deal in the whole country and on the best value of any cruise line there is out there. This Atlas Ocean Voyages. We've had 3 big groups on them. We've sent hundreds of people on them, and everybody is loving it. And value for the dollar. You know, this is one of the luxury, small, brand new ships that can get into the places the bigger ships can't. And in 2 years, 3 years from now, these prices will be double or more what they are now. So they're 3 years old. So we're getting them at the right time. Disko Bay is kind of a must-see in Greenland. And again, the glaciers and the wildlife in this area, as well as the scenery. All of this area is very, very mountainous. And I think we're going to find it to be just absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. You know, they tell us this is one of those itineraries, and all the tours are included, but they tell us this is one of those itineraries. If you never got off the ship, you would have a spectacular experience with the scenery that you will see in this area of Iceland and Greenland. And then the ship itself is absolutely so spectacular. This Eqi Glacier is one of the biggest glaciers in the world, the biggest glacier in all of Greenland. So that is visible or able for people to get to. So we'll get to go there. I got a feeling the sunsets are going to be just spectacular. So this is after the cold January we had. I'm ready to think about how do I get out of the hot summer and get to someplace cooler. So Kangerlussuaq is where we will end up this experience. Now I told you Lynette Talge, who's our group coordinator, and Kim North, who is one of our vacation advisors. They just went on Atlas Ocean Voyages last August to Greenland and to Svalbard, Norway. And these are some of their ships, and you can also tell these are some of their pictures, by the way, of what you'll see. There's the Atlas Ocean Voyagers. All their ships are exactly the same. These are the green parkas that will be given to us. And if the weather is cold enough, and it might be when we're on the water, to wear them. And boy, did Atlas do a good job with all their safety and everything. But a lot of what will be done to get on shore will be done because there's no docks over there. Ships don't go there regularly at all. A lot of places that we'll go to, they don't hardly any ships go there, except for fishing ships. And so not cruise ships. So there's no piers, no docks. So everything is done by tender. Again, this is one of Lynette or Kim's pictures. I love this. There's at a bigger port, and there's a British P&O ship, the big one. And look at our beautiful little Atlas Navigator. That was the ship they were on, the Atlas Ocean Voyages Navigator. But it's just a gorgeous ship. Here is the ship in one of the bays. I can't remember which bay it is. If you look at the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see the landing, the Zodiac's landing, and people getting out to take a hike. So you can take the hikes or you don't have to. Okay, and then they have chances to do other things. So whether you want to paddleboard or kayak, if you want to do that, or a polar plunge, there'll be pictures of that. Here is the ship itself. I just want you to see how beautiful it is. And because it's smaller, again, we can get into places the big ships can't, like I say. The accommodations, I've been on it, and they're spectacular. I've been on 2 of their ships. Again, architecturally, they're exactly the same. Dining room is beautiful, beautiful outdoor deck space and indoor deck space. The top picture on the right is called the Dome Observatory. And that's where most everybody meets for high tea, for happy hour, and for the evening's entertainment. There we go. These again are pictures of some of the wildlife that we very well might see in this area. Believe it or not, I can tell you, I love the polar bear out at the Kansas City Zoo, or the 2 polar bears, but I'd love to see a muskox. Oh, I think that'd be so fabulous. Okay. Again, these are some of the pictures of paddleboarding, of kayaking, of hiking. And by the way, before we go on this, probably in late July, I will have a document party to go over with everybody what to wear and what to take. Here's the polar plunge. That's Gary Cooper. So, hey, I'll tell you, man, how about that? Gary Cooper and I think Larry Miller both did that. How much? About 70% of the ship did. Now, that is optional. You don't have to do this. Oh, let's talk about the dining. You will find the food on this ship extremely good, and it's all included. Everything is included. So there's one big restaurant on the ship, and then a couple of smaller places, and room service that you can get at any time. Very good wine, I can attest to that. And the service, Indonesian and Philippine service, they were great. Oh my gosh, they were great. And again, you saw that slide a minute ago, 186 passengers maximum, because there will be 14 naturalists on this cruise, and they will be giving us lectures every day about what we're going to see the next day. Here's the main dining room. It's called Porto. It's inspired by the Portuguese heritage of the owner. This cruise line is owned by, believe it or not, the 3rd biggest river cruise company in the world. This is his advent into ocean cruising, but he is from Portugal. And so this is absolutely, oh gosh, I'm hungry right now looking at that picture. Okay, Paula's Pantry is really good. This is a popular place. A lot of people that maybe don't eat breakfast or just want a smaller breakfast, or a cappuccino or latte or something like that, or a smoothie. They've got so much, sandwiches, wraps, all the things, specialty teas. You'll find Paula's Pantry. You'll be there a lot. And then again, they have the in-room dining for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. They have that dome observation lounge, as you see right there, with a 270-degree window views after your day or during the day. And they have teas, and they have the English, 3 o'clock tea, and all the crumpets and the finger sandwiches and things like that. You'll be very, very impressed with their food. Health and wellness is a big deal. They have a fitness center on board. They have a place to get a massage. They have this Sauna. Boy, the sauna's spectacular, and that's free of charge for anybody. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go over all of this because we got it more for Antarctica, but we'll talk to you all about what to wear at a later date. But there I am in Antarctica with a few of my friends, and we were there for the naming ceremony. It was so beautiful. That's me right back there in one of the green jackets. That's what I tell everybody. Hey, watch for me at the Chiefs game. I'll be in red. Probably this exact hat. So we'll go over all of this with you. There is a jogging track. There's a pool and 2 hot tubs up on the sun deck. Now, here's where it really gets spectacular. All this pricing is basically a 2-for-1 pricing that we negotiated many, many, many months ago. And then with my recent change from one ship to the other to start in Iceland instead of Greenland and to end up in Greenland instead of Iceland, not only will it save us an incredible amount of air, an incredible amount of time in airplanes and airports, the pricing, seriously, with several of the competitors of Atlas, Seabourn, Silver Seas, lines like that, you're going to get, it's about half price of what they charge. So and the deal I've got now on our one group on August 21st is the best deal in the country because they gave us that free night. And I think I told you our rates are somewhere between $250, $280 a person less, all the way up to about $3,000 less for a couple that are going than what their published rate is right now on that August 21st. So this is our group department. You are very welcome to call us at any time, 816-505-1500. And you can just, if you want to go with us, I'd love to have you go with us. These are called hosted groups. I do about 6 of these a year. It's one of my favorite times because I slow down enough to find out what your story is all about, and then we share memories that truly last a lifetime together. So if you want to go to someplace that very few other people in the world have gone, Iceland, more and more people have gone to. Greenland, no, not so much. You'll be one of the first people in your realm of friends that have ever been to Greenland when you get back from this. Okay, and you can always go to our website, cruiseholidayskc.com, cruiseholidayskc.com, to view this webinar or to send it. We have it done by link, so you can send it to any of your friends that might want to go. I'd love to have you join us. I can promise you it's the best value to the Arctic area you will ever find. Again, this ship, honestly, when it gets known, the Atlas Ocean Voyages, it'll be double what the prices are right now in 2, maybe 3 years. So the deal is there. Take advantage of it. Get out of the heat of this Midwest summer and go with me to Iceland and Greenland. I know you'll love it. Thank you, everybody, for listening to this. Mark Comfort here. Hey, and by the way, no matter where you want to go, what kind of vacation you want to do, we specialize in ocean cruises, in river cruises, in all-inclusive resort vacations, land tours, and customized vacations. We're your vacation expert. We have all the deals you'll ever want. We're part of a $25 billion travel consortium called Travel Leaders. So we've got great rates wherever and whatever kind of vacation you want to go to. And we do so much more than groups. Actually, about 70-75% of our business is just individual businesses, individual vacations, people going somewhere. And then our group business is 25 to 30% of our business. We'd love to earn your business. Thanks so much for watching, and wherever you want to go in the world, we want to help you plan a vacation that will last a lifetime worth of memories for you. Thank you, everybody. Bye. And let's go Chiefs.